winter has always been a quiet test of human survival. Long before electricity, central heating, or thick insulated walls, winter arrived as an uninvited guest, slipping through cracks in wooden doors, crawling beneath thin blankets, and lingering in the breath people exhaled into the night. When the sun disappeared early and the cold settled in, the greatest challenge was not hunger or darkness, but staying warm through the long hours of sleep. Imagine lying down in a world where fire was precious, fuel was limited, and warmth could mean the difference between rest and endless shivering. For ancient people, the bed was not just a place to sleep. It was a shelter, a source of comfort, and in many cultures, a carefully designed solution to survive the cold. Tonight, we step back in time to uncover how people centuries ago engineered warmth into their everyday lives. Without machines or modern technology, they turned stone, clay, wood, and fire into silent companions that kept families safe through freezing nights. Their solutions were clever, efficient, and deeply connected to the rhythms of daily life. As this story unfolds, you will discover how kitchens secretly heated bedrooms, how smoke traveled beneath sleeping bodies instead of into the sky, and how a simple bed became a masterpiece of survival engineering. These were not luxuries reserved for royalty alone, but practical designs shaped by necessity and wisdom passed down through generations. If you enjoy stories that reveal how people once lived, rested, and endured the harshest seasons, take a moment to support the channel by liking this video and subscribing. Your support helps us continue exploring the quiet inventions and forgotten brilliance hidden within history. Now, settle in, relax, and let us begin our journey into the warmth of the ancient winter night. In the coldest regions of the ancient world, winter was not an event, but a season that shaped architecture, daily routines, and even sleep itself. People did not simply endure the cold. They learned to live with it, and over time, they learned to bend it to their advantage. One of the most remarkable solutions emerged in northern China, where families built raised platforms known as heated beds. These structures were made from brick, clay, or stone, materials chosen not for beauty, but for their ability to hold warmth. Beneath the sleeping surface ran narrow channels connected to the household stove. During the day, as meals were prepared and water was boiled, warm air and smoke traveled through these hidden passages. By nightfall, the fire had long faded, but the bed remained gently warm, releasing stored heat slowly through the darkness. This design turned everyday cooking into an act of heating the home. Nothing was wasted, not even the warmth of smoke. The bed became a quiet reservoir of comfort, allowing entire families to sleep soundly while winter winds howled outside. Across the sea, in the Korean peninsula, a similar philosophy shaped the creation of heated floors. Rather than warming just the bed, people warmed the entire living space from below. Heat traveled beneath stone floors, spreading evenly and creating rooms that felt alive with warmth. Sleeping close to the ground was no hardship when the floor itself held the memory of fire. Elsewhere in the world, where stone construction was less common, warmth came from layers and patience. Beds were raised high off cold ground, framed with thick wood, and topped with mattresses stuffed with straw, feathers, or animal hair. These materials trapped body heat, turning sleep into a shared effort between human and environment. Heavy curtains surrounded beds in medieval Europe, forming small islands of warmth within drafty stone rooms. Some cultures relied on portable warmth. Heated stones were wrapped carefully and placed beneath bedding. Ceramic or metal containers filled with hot water were slipped under blankets before sleep. These simple objects carried heat into the night, releasing it slowly as people drifted into rest. Perhaps the most universal method was also the simplest: sleeping together. Families shared beds, warmth passed naturally from body to body, creating a shared defense against the cold. In rural areas, animals were sometimes sheltered close to living quarters, their presence adding another layer of warmth to human homes. None of these solutions were accidental. They were shaped by observation, trial, and generations of lived experience. People learned how heat moved, how materials behaved, and how to make comfort last long after flames disappeared. The bed, often overlooked in history, became one of humanity's most intimate inventions, designed not for luxury, but for survival. As the night deepened in ancient winters, warmth became more than a physical sensation. It became reassurance. A heated bed was a promise that morning would come, that rest was possible even in the harshest conditions, and that human ingenuity could quietly stand against the cold. These beds did not roar like fires or shine like torches. They worked silently, releasing heat slowly, patiently, much like the people who built them. Generation after generation slept above hidden channels, warm stones, or layered fabrics, often unaware that their comfort was the result of centuries of refinement. Today, modern heating systems surround us with effortless warmth. We adjust temperatures with a touch, rarely thinking about how fragile comfort once was. Yet, in these ancient designs, there is a lesson worth remembering. Comfort does not always come from complexity. Sometimes, it comes from understanding nature deeply and working with it instead of against it. As you prepare to rest tonight, wrapped in warmth made easy by modern life, imagine the quiet glow beneath a stone bed centuries ago, the soft breath of a family sleeping safely above it, and the cold held at bay by human creativity. These stories remind us that even in the harshest winters, people found ways not just to survive, but to rest, dream, and hope. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more stories that explore how humanity lived, adapted, and endured. Now, may your night be peaceful, your rest be warm, and your dreams be gentle. Good night, and sleep well.